Accept everything just the way it is. Miyamoto Musashi was more than just a swordsman. He was a blade artist and a combat genius. As explained in his famous work, The Book of Five Rings, Musashi, a great Japanese swordsman and strategist from the Edo period, provides fundamental insights into the art of combat and life. By applying his teachings to modern situations, we can build a disciplined strategy to navigating the obstacles and opportunities that the new year brings. Musashi's focus on mastery binds firmly with those who strive for perfection. Mastery is more than just acquiring competence. It is about consistently improving and refining a person's skills. Whether you are an artist, entrepreneur, professional, or student, committed to the path of mastery is vital to success. Stick around till the end, because the last principle is nothing short of shocking. It's a game changer. The first principle, also known as do not struggle, reflects a mindset of embracing reality without resistance or unnecessary struggle. It doesn't mean passivity or resignation, but rather acknowledging reality without unnecessary emotional or mental resistance. Struggling against things beyond your control can lead to inner turmoil and stress. By accepting situations as they are, you free yourself from unnecessary mental and emotional burdens. This mental clarity can contribute to a more focused and calm mindset. Life is filled with uncertainties and changes. Embracing the way things are doesn't mean being rigid, but instead fosters adaptability. It allows you to respond more effectively to challenges and make decisions based on the current reality, rather than resisting the inevitable changes. Accepting everything just the way it is involves learning from experiences, both positive and negative. Rather than dwelling on past mistakes or wishing for a different past, focus on extracting valuable lessons that can guide your actions in the present and future. Incorporating this principle into your life encourages mindful decision-making. Instead of impulsively reacting to situations, take a step back, observe, and accept the reality of the circumstance before responding thoughtfully. This can lead to more informed and strategic choices. Acceptance is a key component of resilience. It doesn't mean surrendering to adversity, but facing it with strength and composure. By accepting challenges, setbacks, or failures, you can build resilience and bounce back with a clearer understanding of your path forward. Do not regret what you have done. View every action, whether successful or not, as a valuable learning experience. Instead of regretting past decisions, focus on understanding the outcomes, identifying lessons, and using that knowledge to inform your future choices. Reflecting on your actions is crucial for personal growth. Rather than regretting past decisions, engage in mindful reflection to gain insights into your motivations, thought processes, and the consequences of your actions. This self-awareness can lead to positive changes in behavior. Regret often anchors you in the past, preventing you from fully engaging in the present or planning for the future. Incorporate this principle by redirecting your energy toward the present moment and future aspirations. Use your past experiences to shape a more intentional and purposeful path forward. To fully embrace this principle, practice self-compassion and forgiveness. Understand that everyone makes mistakes, and it's a natural part of the human experience. Instead of dwelling on regret, forgive yourself and channel your energy into constructive actions that align with your goals. Avoid setting unrealistic expectations for yourself. Recognize that perfection is unattainable, and mistakes are an inherent part of the learning process. Setting realistic expectations helps reduce the likelihood of regret and lessens the possibility of regret. Do nothing which is of no use. Musashi effectively applied this principle in his own life. As the greatest swordsman that ever lived, he dedicated his time to focused and purposeful training. He didn't engage in flashy or unnecessary techniques, but concentrated on mastering fundamental swordsmanship, making each training session a meaningful step toward perfection. Define your goals and prioritize actions that directly contribute to achieving them. Musashi carefully selected his battles and opponents. Instead of engaging in every duel that came his way, he strategically chose conflicts that would enhance his reputation and contribute to his overall objectives. This selective approach showcased the principle of doing things that were of strategic value. Evaluate the impact of your decisions and choose paths that align with your long-term vision. Minimalistic lifestyle. Musashi embraced a minimalist lifestyle, both in his attire and possessions. He understood the importance of simplicity, avoiding unnecessary material distractions. This minimalist approach allowed him to maintain focus on his martial pursuits and the development of his philosophical principles. Concentrate on essential tasks and avoid distractions that don't contribute to your personal or professional growth. Musashi's legendary duel with Sasaki Kojiro is a prime example of do nothing which is of no use. He crafted a wooden sword from an oar on the spot, a practical and innovative choice that demonstrated his commitment to doing what was necessary and effective, even in unexpected situations. Musashi arrived late to the duel intentionally, aggravating Kojiro and disrupting his mental composure. Upon reaching the location, Musashi realized he didn't have a proper sword. Without hesitation, he improvised by crafting a wooden sword from an oar he found on the spot. This decision not only demonstrated Musashi's resourcefulness, but also his commitment to doing what was necessary and effective in the given circumstances. He adopted an unconventional stance, holding his wooden sword with both hands at the base, known as the Niten Ichi Ryu, or two-sword style. This unorthodox approach not only surprised Kojiro, who was expecting a traditional sword duel, but it also showcased his willingness to break from convention for strategic advantage. Musashi keenly observed Kojiro's favorite technique, the Tsubame Gaeshi, or swallow reversal, during the duel. By understanding his opponent's strengths and weaknesses, Musashi adapted his tactics to exploit Kojiro's predictable movements. He waited for the precise moment when Kojiro lunged with his famous technique. At that critical juncture, Musashi sidestepped and struck Kojiro with the wooden sword, ultimately winning the duel. Beyond the immediate victory, Musashi's approach to the duel carries profound, enormous significance. It reflects his commitment to practicality over formality, adapting to the situation, and doing what is necessary to achieve success. Be detached from desire your whole life long. Musashi's unconventional style of duels demonstrates his detachment from the need for approval from others. Rather than being motivated by a desire for recognition or self-validation, he deliberately chose opponents and activities that complemented his strategic objectives and personal development. This strategy highlights the goal of self-mastery rather than the desire for petty recognition, reflecting a disengagement from that desire. Also, Musashi's systematic approach to choosing opponents and matchups demonstrates his disengagement from the need for acclaim. Instead, than participating in every combat to prove himself, Musashi carefully selected fights that complemented his development as a person and his level of skill. For example, the famous battle on Ganryu Island against Sasaki Kojiro was more than just a publicity stunt. It was a calculated move to take on a difficult opponent and hone his abilities. The life of Miyamoto Musashi offers numerous instances of how he lived out the dictum, "Be detached from desire your whole life long." His lifestyle of choice is one remarkable example. Even though Musashi was a very good swordsman and well known for his fighting abilities, he purposefully lived a modest and uncomplicated existence. The extravagance that frequently accompanies success in society did not appeal to him. Rather than succumbing to his materialistic impulses, Musashi made the decision to prioritize inner contentment over outward affluence. For a focused new year, let's now take a lesson from Musashi and apply his strategic mindset to our own lives. Here are 5 lessons to apply. Number 1. Detachment from material desires. Embrace a minimalist mindset in your everyday life. Consider decluttering your living spaces, not just physically but also digitally and mentally. Evaluate your relationship with material possessions, emphasizing quality over quantity and mindful consumption over consumerism. Number 2. Strategic goal setting. Approach your personal and professional goals with a strategic mindset. Instead of setting goals solely based on external expectations or societal pressures, choose objectives that align with your personal growth and bring fulfillment. Think of your life as a journey and each goal as a strategic step towards self-mastery. Number 3. Mindful consumption. Extend Musashi's principle of detachment to your daily choices. Be mindful of what you consume, not just in terms of material possessions, but also regarding information, media, and even relationships. Detach from the desire for instant gratification and choose experiences that contribute positively to your well-being. Number 4. Emphasis on inner fulfillment. Prioritize activities that contribute to your inner fulfillment and spiritual growth. Whether it's practicing mindfulness, engaging in hobbies you're passionate about, or spending quality time with loved ones, focus on experiences that bring intrinsic joy and align with your values. Number 5. Authentic self-validation. Challenge the need for constant external validation. Celebrate your achievements and progress, recognizing your worth independent of external praise. Cultivate a sense of self-validation by acknowledging your efforts and staying true to your values, fostering a more resilient and authentic sense of self.